Yo, where my creators at? Oh snap, we out here.
Out here, we're everywhere.
From Los Angeles to Nairobi and Sao Paulo to London. Showing out, doing us no matter where we are. Doesn't matter if we're clowning, slaying these goddess braids, speaking facts, breaking bread, dropping hits, or rocking fits. The joy comes through in everything we do. It's that better save me a plate, that perfect contour, getting your money right, making magic in the studio, or just cracking up. Whew, I love us. Happiness and joy show up in all kinds of ways around the world. But black joy, there ain't no other joy like it.
Big, sweet, sick, sir, sir, sir. I just wanna get low, whoa, go.
Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy FRE, $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why, check out the channel. And welcome back to a Money Talk Monday. All right. One thing I realized when I started traveling, I guess I have to give you a background first before we go into this topic, because I think it's very crucial that you guys know the background for those who are just coming in, for those who are just learning about the Flyboy Way, learning about my channel, learning about my life. Let me give you guys a little background. I have been traveling, traveling in general since I was 18 years old. My first trip outside of New Jersey I know, was as an adult, 18, was to Florida, Daytona Beach for Black College Reunion. That opened my mind to a world outside of the world I knew in New Jersey. My first international trip that I ever took, I was 24 and I went to the Dominican Republic. That opened my mind to a world outside of the world that I knew in the United States. As time progressed, and I started to understand that for me, and it doesn't matter if for other people it's different. I'm just talking about for me. Travel is great for fun. It's great for learning. It's great for opening your mind. It's great for seeing a world that you didn't know exists. However, after a certain point of me traveling, like mind you, I am 37 now. So if I've been traveling since I was 18, I've almost been traveling 20 years. Internationally wise, I've been traveling, 13 years internationally, right? So one thing I realized is that I don't know exactly when I realized it. Probably somewhere around like 30, 31, 32. I started realizing when I travel, I don't want to be a traveler who's just traveling for fun. I want to build my legacy. I want to build a legacy that lasts outside of me just traveling. I want to own property in other countries. I want to have kids from other countries. I want to have connections with people that isn't just a go there one time connection, but rather maybe I go there every year around this time and I connect with the people that I know. Because there's been a point where I saw that for me, travel is just more than just entertaining. It's kind of like, if you haven't seen the screen shot for this, it's kind of like the Monopoly board when it comes to travel. You have people who go around the Monopoly board, and if anybody, for those people that don't know Monopoly, the game, the purpose is to acquire property, go around the board, and as you go around the board, pick up property, then get a house, and then get a building, and try to, basically just acquire stuff until you beat the game, until you have the most dominant legacy on Monopoly. Now, one thing I realized I did not want to be, like I said, was I did not want to be someone who was just going around the Monopoly board and there's nothing wrong with anyone that does this. And I don't want you guys don't just want to come off condescending. There's nothing wrong with people that do this, but I did not want to be one of the guys who just keep going around the Monopoly board, going to different countries and just enjoying it, and not, because a lot of people have been asking me when I'm going to go internationally again, when am I going to do this, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm going internationally again, but my focus is on a completely different platform now. But let me shout some people out in the room because I know I had information first. So let me shout some people out of the room that came in. Global Paper, what's going on? Brazil or die? Yes. Models and bottles. Investments or die? Oh, you got a whole bunch now, boy. And we're gonna say rooftops for life, man. Or let's go. I like this one right here. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Shout out to Captain Saberho. What's going on, man? IBE, what's going on? Travel or die? Yeah, you can say that. You're an explorer, not a traveler. There's a difference. I think there is a difference, but I think we all start off as travelers, and then some of us, we see where we are. You know what I mean? I don't know the definition of explorer versus traveler per se, but yeah, I know I'm not. I think I'm a traveler, but I think it's more. I think it's something more. I got to really research more into the name is of it. Brandon, what's going on, man? What it is, Cup? I want to travel for other reasons, Fresh. I got a dirty mind, brother. No, there's nothing wrong with that. So I don't want people to, and I try to say that, I don't want people to think that by me saying this about me telling you that there is a difference between traveling for fun and traveling for legacy. I don't want you to think that it means that whatever reason you travel for is better than the other. It's just I want to point out to people why I travel now. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people are just starting traveling. A lot of brothers, a lot of women, a lot of black folks, a lot of Latinas, a lot of white people are just starting traveling. But I've been traveling since I've been 18. So it's gotten to the point now where I need something more than just to travel for fun. You know what I mean? Like I need to build a legacy that is outside of just this kid from North New Jersey. And I've already begun to do that in Miami. If you guys haven't seen, and I'm gonna put some videos in the background. I gotta try to see what videos I can play that's not I gotta see what videos I can play that's not that is ad suitable so that I can at least get monetized for this one. But let's see. And these are just some of the places I've been. You guys know I don't want to play South Beach because South Beach always gets me demonetized. I think Barranquilla is going to allow me to get monetized. So let's view a playlist with Barranquilla, and let's just start with Barranquilla's videos. Let's move. All right, move the sound, make it in theater mode, and now we can talk. All right, so yeah, like that's the way I see it. I mean, let me see. Shout out to Milano the Travel Boy. Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's definitely a dope thing. Like I said, I started off traveling for fun. You know what I mean? And it's like over time, you're going to realize, not you, but me, I realized that for now it has to be more than that. Like I said, I've already branched off of New Jersey to Miami, so I feel as though I'm secure in my position in Miami. I've met with a lot of people that's on the scene in Miami. Like I don't want to shout anybody's name out, but if you've seen the videos, I've connected with a lot of people behind the scenes that run clubs and do stuff like that, and then have networking. So in Miami, I feel as though Miami is like a second home, and Miami is my second home now, and I'm able to move around. After, like I said, I've been to Miami, and I've been an owner of property in Miami since October. So I've been able to network around Miami, and that's one thing. My next goal is to buy my property in Mexico. So there's going to be a lot of travel, and yes, I do believe I'm going back to Colombia for Carnival, but I might do Medellin first. But it's going to be a lot of trip back and forth to Mexico because that's the next place I'm trying to build on. Like I said, I've been a lot of places already, so it's not like I have to rush and get to certain places. And right now, I can't. Right now, I can't. But right now, it's very difficult to go to Asia. It's very difficult to go to Philippines. So because it's very difficult, I mean, with everything they got going on, I'm not in a rush to get over there. But I do want to eventually get to Asia and get to Bangkok and get to Tokyo and things like that. In Thailand and things like that. But right now, I just need to focus on building a legacy. Let's see. I like acquiring property that will allow me to have fun for later in life. Yes, that's a good thing too. Like have fun later in life, as well as retire without having to come out of pocket a lot. Because I really do believe that there's going to be a point where whatever you haven't invested in, whatever you haven't owned, it's not going to be possible for us to get anymore. Like, yes, United States is the number one economy in the world, but it feels like the people at the top are getting so wealthy that you may get stuck in a position where you can't really do too much if you don't have any property outside of just the state that you live in. But I already set up my legacy. Okay, Milano. I am trying to get something right and tight. I hear you, man. I hear you. I mean, I guess it could be different for me because I do have children. It is a lot easier to set up your legacy, in my opinion, when you like are a single man and you don't have anything to back like that. And there's nothing wrong with that because some people just don't want kids. I understand it. I understand it. But for me, a man with kids, like I right now, I've set up my kids so my kids are good. I do want another kid, and I do want a kid internationally, and I do want to buy a place internationally, but it is no rush. What's the difference? Yeah, that's a good question, Capricorn Way. Let's see. Chris Hodges, what's up, man? Chris Hodges, what's up, man? I travel mainly for fun, but I'm also looking for a spot to be an expat after I retire. Yes, Chris, that was a big purpose for me also. Like, I am solidified now with having a place in Miami. So when I retire in 7 years, I believe, I think I have 7 more years, 43, I can retire. I may wait a little bit longer to be with my son. I'm able to retire in Miami. But I do want a place internationally, and I'm going to get that place internationally within this next 7 years before I retire. So yes, I believe that's a good idea, man. I believe that's going to be the way in the future because if United States prices keep getting as expensive as they are, you're not going to be able to comfortably retire in the United States. And you guys, if you haven't already seen my retirement scam video, retirement is becoming harder for millennials in the United States. I saw a Passport Heavy video on Bangkok. I can't wait to get out there. Yeah, shout out to Passport Heavy, man. I told people before, like, there are like 3 types. In my book, there are like 3 main types of traveling YouTube pages. There's like the Passport Heavy, which is like the hella expensive, detailed, and like awesome, like details. It looks the movieist, and then but they don't really have as many videos as somebody like myself. And then there's me who has videos, and the videos are good. They're really good quality. They're not movie-esque like Passport Heavy, but they're very good quality. But I have a lot more places I've been. And then you have people who are more like Marwa or let's say Ace, who have a bunch of videos that's quality, but they actually expat and they go everywhere, but their budget isn't the same as my budget or as Passport Heavy budget. And I think those 3 type of YouTube content creators when it comes to travel are what we need so people can have someone to connect with. So yeah, Passport Heavy definitely got you got to, and they started posting the video every other weekend. Every other week they started posting the video. I think they had one in Miami too, so that one was pretty cool also. Let's see. Yeah, but yeah. So back to travel. Like honestly, it's hard to really like get people to understand until you've been to a certain amount of places around the world. It's going to be a lot harder for you to understand how fun is good, but anything gets repetitive. If you've done something for 10 years straight, it gets repetitive. Like there's a lot of people who haven't. And the crazy thing is with this pandemic, who knows if they'll be able to really travel the way that I've traveled within the last 13 years internationally, or the last 20 years I've traveled. But it for me, it's time to build legacy, man. It's time to build legacy. So, like I said, a lot of people have been asking me what's my next destination that I'm going. My next destination was supposed to be in October, but here's the thing: October I was supposed to be going to London. London is now in the process of telling people from the United States that you no longer can go over there. So I don't want to get caught up in there, and my brother didn't want to get caught up in there for his birthday. So my brother decided he wanted to try to do Jamaica, but Jamaica has quarantine for people. Even if you have a vaccine card or a vaccine passport, there's still quarantine for tourists. That's a 7-day quarantine in certain areas. So it's that doesn't even sound good at all. Like I said, so I'm thinking, like I said, because I have time off in October, so I'm thinking at the worst, I'm going to go back to Mexico. I'm going to go back to Playa del Carmen, and I'm going to do Tulum. I think that is going to be, and what the plan is going to be for October. I'm thinking that's the plan for October because my brother hasn't really come up with anything, and it is September, and his birthday is October 12th. So I'm thinking Cancun is going to be it because they haven't came up with anything. In my opinion, an explorer is discovering and trying to conquer new lands. Okay. Traveler just passing through. Explorer is looking to plant roots, speaks. Just my thoughts. Okay, Neo. Well, and by that definition, yes, I agree, Neo. By this definition that Neo said for an explorer, I do feel as though I'm more of an explorer than a traveler. And shout out to like Black Men Travels, because Black Men Travels has done something in Colombia where they, even though not to my knowledge, I don't think he doesn't own a place out there. They have their own office. They have their own building. They set up something out there, and that is equivalent to owning your own property in my mind, because they have the rights to be there. So something like that is awesome. Like me personally, because of who I am, I need to have ownership. But if you're living over there and you have an office and you have a place to stay, that's just as great. That's just as great. But for me, I need ownership, because once you have ownership, it's a different conversation when it comes to, let's say they want to lock down again. Let's say Colombia wants to lock down, or let's say the world wants to lock down again because of the new Delta variant, right? And you have ownership to a property in another country. Odds are that ownership will give you the rights to go to that country no matter what. I don't know if renting a place will give you the same rights, but I do know having a place, like if you own the place in Colombia during the first pandemic, you could have just stayed at your place and went there. If you own a place in Costa Rica, the same thing. You own a place in Mexico, the same thing. That's why I'm into the process of wanting to own. Let me see. You're one of my favorite YouTubers because I appreciate it, man. You keep it real and have fun. Many of the other YouTubers lie and fake what they're not doing. Definitely, man. Listen, I don't want people to really see. Here's the thing. I don't consider myself a YouTuber. I'm just a person. I'm a content creator who's just an average person who gives you basically content on his life. And I think there's nothing wrong with being a YouTuber. Let me get this completely said. There's nothing wrong with being a YouTuber. But the things that come with a YouTuber, someone who does YouTube for a living, is that they have to, if they do it for a living, they have to keep up with what the crowd wants and what the crowd wants to see in order to, continue the lifestyle they have. So they're going. Of course, it's not a better or worse thing in my book. It's just a difference. It's a difference between somebody who doesn't have to have content what everyone likes. Like this video, these Money Talk Mondays and the live videos I do, they don't go out and get the same amount of videos as my edited videos. However, I don't care because the money is not a thing for me. But if I needed money to be a thing, my topics would probably change. It would probably be more, okay, I would be traveling more. I would be doing stuff that people want to see. But thanks, appreciate it, man. The talent in Cancun and Playa is top notch, sir. You have beautiful. Yes. Well, see, here's one thing about what I've learned. When I went to Tulum, I mean, when I went to Playa del Carmen, when I went to Mexico the other time, a lot during the pandemic, a lot of the Venezuelan and Colombian women who were like in the coastal cities in Colombia, a lot of them went to Mexico because Mexico had the most tourism and it could make the most money. And a lot of them went to Mexico. Now some of them are going back because Colombia is blowing up again. But some of them they planted their seed. Like a lot of Venezuelan women, they planted their foot in Mexico. Like one of the women that you've seen on the video, shout out to Andrea, yeah. She's actually got her citizenship in Mexico now. She was a video, the girl, she was on a video dancing. I can't show it now because I won't show it now because they're gonna demonetize it. But she was in my Mexico video dancing in the crib on the Uber Beats. Was it Uber Beats? No, it wasn't Uber Beats. It was on the first episode, and she's actually hooked up or connected with 6ix9ine. So she got her own place in Mexico. Her own in Mexico now. Yeah, Milano, I'm surprised you haven't checked out Playa del Carmen. Venezuelan women are on point. My opinion is that Venezuelan women, they are more humble because of their situation. So they are, they are pretty much desirable, man. Like you guys, like the woman in this video right now that's playing is from Venezuela. Shout out to Carolina, man. Like I said, I haven't been able to keep contact with her as much because I've been doing a lot in Jersey. But if you guys remember her from Carolina, from Barranquilla, man. Brandon said, I'm thinking about selling stock and moving to Cape Town, South Africa for the winter. See, the thing for me about moving to Africa is that it's so far from the States that when something happens, if something happens, it's kind of like stuck over there. But I've heard nothing but good about Cape Town. I'm gonna be real with you. Johannesburg, I've heard some good and bad stories. I've heard some really good and really bad stories in Johannesburg, but Cape Town, I've heard a lot of good stories, and there's some subscribers here that are from Cape Town. So if you've been there already and you know what it's like, then hey, then you know. But if you haven't been there already, I wouldn't automatically plan this for the winter. But if you have a job that you can work from anywhere, that's a good idea too, man. You guys got any questions? Let me know. We're 23 minutes in. I don't know if this is gonna be too much longer. I'll put the link in the chat for anybody that wants to come in and talk about anything about traveling and exploring and and share some content with you guys. Let me see. Invite. We'll go through some more of you guys' comments. Copy. Like I said, we're just kicking it right now. Just wanted to give you guys an insight on my whole traveling thing because, like I said, a lot of people have been asking me when I'm going to go traveling internationally again. And I felt as though if I could get a video where I break it down and tell you, what's what, then, I have to keep saying it over. Let me see. Global paper monsters. Let me see. Monsters mean the straight model type. Yeah, definitely, man. Like Mexico is surprising, yo. I'm telling you, Mexico is surprising, man. What's the Playa apartment price? Like 150,000? You renting it until it's paid off? The Playa apartment that I'm looking to get is going to be between 60 and 75,000. It's going to be between 60 and 75,000. Like I said, I'm going to try to negotiate the price, of course, but it's going to be between 60 and 75,000. And yes, I plan on Airbnb in it until it's paid off. Because I'm not going to be there as much as I go. Like I go to Miami every other weekend, so I wouldn't be able to Airbnb Miami even if I wanted to. My Miami property, I wouldn't be able to Airbnb it even if I wanted to because of Miami rules. However, I'm not going to rent out my place in Miami because I go there every other weekend because it's only a 2.5 hour flight. However, Playa del Carmen is going to be like a 3 to 4 hour flight, and I'm not going to go there once or twice a month. I'm going to go there like maybe once every 3 months. So in the meantime, yes, I'm going to get it for $75,000 at the most, and I'm going to Airbnb it until I make the money back, and then that's that. The funny thing is, I'm the opposite. I don't plan for the future anymore because life is so short. Once my pops passed, this pandemic, my condolences. This pandemic took lives. I lost hope for the future. I'm just being honest. I mean, I could dig you, Milano. The only thing I would say about that though is like, here's the thing about this, Milano. I don't want someone else to be in charge of where I end up in the future. I've always been this independent person and like I said, I was the only child. I've been on my own since I've been having my own place and running since 18 years old. So I've always been like very, very against allowing other people to decide my future. When you go with the quote or the thought mindset that life is short, so I'm just not planning for the future, then you allow the future to plan for you. Like basically, those who don't plan, then they fail. And the last thing I want is to have to worry about what the government in the United States or worry about what the future is going to have in store for me, man. I plan out as much as I can. If it don't work, it don't work. Right now, the most important thing for me is that my kids, if something ever happens to me, both of my kids are going to have access to houses. So they're going to have access to wealth. But like you never know, man. Anything can happen. I just don't want to be stuck in the future depending on other people. Jay Clyde in the building. Like Jay Clyde he been going back and forth to Brazil a lot. Shout out to Jay Clyde, man. He been going back and forth to Brazil a lot. And I'm sure that Jay Clyde has built some kind of legacy. Now, he might not own anything in Brazil, but he might be on a mission to get something, or he might know at least how things work because he's been going a lot. Like I remember I met Jay Clyde back when we going to Mexico, and he's been flying all the time, all around. So that's what I mean by building a legacy. Legacy is not just owning internationally. It's building knowledge of a certain area. It's building connections with people in a certain area. Like if someone wants to go to Brazil and they're looking for a guest-friendly place, I can guarantee you that if you go to Jay Clyde page and ask Jay Clyde, he have all the information that you need. If it's your first time going to Brazil and you don't know anything to do, you don't know where to stay, you don't know where to go, I'm sure he can give you that. But that's called building the legacy, and not just traveling, but building the legacy. What are the taxes looking like when you get the crib in Playa del Carmen? Taxes are very inexpensive in other countries. Some countries don't even have taxes once you buy it. But for Playa del Carmen, if I get a place that's less than $100,000, taxes ends up being something like, because you have to buy a Visa Comiso if you stay in certain areas and within 30 miles of the coast or 30 miles of the water in Mexico. So you're going to have to pay like $600 a year in Visa Comiso fees, and your taxes are probably like $200 a year, something like that. So altogether, it's like $1,000 a year outside of if you have like a home association fee or something like that. But it's very, very inexpensive. Playa del Carmen is the move. Okay, Ralphie. Playa del Carmen is my move for the New Year's. Yes, I do still want to experience Brazil on New Year's because I've seen Brazil have their thing on New Year's. I don't know. Playa del Carmen for the New Year's. I gotta see. First of all, I need to see if I have my son because I do. I need to build up Mexico. Mexico is what I need to be building now. Because I feel as though I'm built pretty well in Miami. So Mexico is what I need to be building. So yes, I'm still going to go certain places, but yeah, you're right. I do want to go to Anything on the west coast of Mexico worth checking? I'm not sure what the west coast of Mexico was considered the west coast of Mexico. Let me see if I can Google that, man. What is considered the west coast of Mexico?
According to Wiki Voyage,
Okay, yeah.
the southwestern rim of Mexico.
So I guess Puerto Villar. I hear a lot about Puerto Villar. I do hear about Puerto Villar. In Mexico, the West Coast. That's the one thing I hear about. Ali Parker, what's up, man? So I watch you. I watch you and Ace a lot because I like to travel, and it's pretty. And let's. Whoa, I'm reading too fast. So I watch you and Ace a lot because I like to travel. Let's pretty. I'll travel. Let's pretty. I'll be finding these ladies to cook for you and stuff. They just caregivers or something. Let me try to read this again. So I watch you and Ace a lot because I like to travel. Let's pretty. I'll be finding these ladies to cook for you and stuff. They just caregivers or something else. Oh, the women. I don't know. The women that cook for me when you see me traveling, like in the video right here. The ones that cook are usually not pros. They're usually just women that I've met, like, porque cuando tú hablas español, es diferente cuando tú hablas una persona. When you talk to women, and you speak Spanish, you have access to a different type of woman. So those are the type of women that I offer to come in and cook, and they'll spend the night and stuff like that. I don't know if that kind of like answers it. Oh, I just skipped one. Cobra, you never have. Wait, Flyboy, you never have the money on your lives. I appreciate the content and I want to donate something. That's the thing. If you want to help with the content, just share the page. Like I don't accept cat. I don't accept what the hell is this? Super chats. I don't accept super chats. I don't accept donations, and it's because I'm firm in believing that I want people to understand, and I have a question to know that when I give people this content, it's coming directly from here. I don't want people to ever have a even question in their mind that there's a chance that I'm only saying something because I know that's what's gonna give me super chats, or I'm only saying something because I know that's what's gonna give me views, or I'm only saying something because the more people I pander to, the more people that like my channel, the more subscribers that I get. So I made a decision a long time ago not to accept any super chats, not to accept any donations. And if you want to like help the channel, just share it to somebody who you think it can help. Cost of living implied the common press compared to Colombia. Cost of living implied to Carmen compared to Colombia? Okay, I answer that part. Are you living on, say, $600 a month after accommodations? The price of living in Colombia is going to be, for the majority of Colombia, the price of living in Colombia is going to be a lot more inexpensive than living in Mexico. See, Mexico has more stability when it comes to living. However, because Mexico is more stable when it comes to living, and more expats and more stuff like that than Colombia, it's going to cost more. $600 in Mexico after, I don't believe so. It depends. Like I said, Cancun, no way. Even in the part of Cancun where it's not the hotel zone, Cancun, no way. Playa del Carmen, after paying for accommodations, $600 a month can work for you. In Playa del Carmen. In Puerto Vallarta, yes, it can work for you. In some parts of Tulum, yes, once you pay for your accommodations, $600 can work for you, but you're going to be on a budget to what you can do. So yeah, I hope I answered those two questions with that. Dog Nuts, what's going on, man? I recommend Manzana. It's a very awesome place. I'm gonna look into it. Let me see. Let me take a picture of that so I can remember to look into that, man. Like I said, I'm gonna be exploring Mexico as soon as I within this next 7 years, like I said, I'm getting a property in Mexico, so I'm going to be exploring Mexico too. But let me take a picture because sometimes I forget. So, all right, here we go. Ninjas need to learn English. Nah, man. My bad. Every time. It's cool. It's cool. I see that there's ladies that be cooking food for y'all, and I wonder, are they caregivers and or how? Okay, so I was kind of right. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I was kind of right with the way I explained it because I kind of got that gist. That's what you're trying to say. And yeah, a lot of the women that if you see me on vacation, right? If you see me, not vacation, if you see me traveling somewhere and you see women cooking for me, it's because, or cooking for me and my people, like we was in Mexico, they was cooking for us. It's because I've communicated with the person. They don't be pros. The pros, you can get pros and daycare workers to cook for you. Yes, you can. But it becomes difficult because it's going to be a lot more money because they're spending the night and stuff. But you can pay for the girlfriend experience almost anywhere. But a lot of the times when you see me in Colombia or you see me in Mexico, or if you see me in another country where a woman's cooking, it just be a woman that I've actually communicated with and I've been able to talk with. That's cool. That's cool. Because I do the same thing sometimes too. That's why a lot of times when I watch other people's videos, I just like give them like a fist and a heart to let them know I'm watching, because when I'm driving, it's hard to text and drive. Yeah, that's what I said. You gotta be careful, bro. What's going on? Oh, great. What's going on? You decided on filming that chick's OnlyFans? Here's the thing about that chick. Like, I tried to connect with the girl again, and she still follows me on Instagram. She still answers my texts, but she doesn't really like, she doesn't really like communicate as much as she did when we first met. So I'm not forcing nobody to do OnlyFans. She mentioned it to me. I said sure, but I don't know. I haven't really got any update from that yet. Who's holding the camera while you're dancing? I don't know, man. I don't know. Like normally, I get people that's around to hold the camera, because it's my phone. I'll use my phone because the phone makes it more personal. When I'm talking to people, the phone makes it more personal. So I just give people my phone whenever you see me dancing or something like that. It might be like if you see me in this video right here when I was dancing, it was probably like King James or Ace or Dre, because there was a lot of people during last year's carnival, the last carnival in Barranquilla. It was a lot of people that was there. So yeah. I skipped your comment. My fault, Rain. Let me go back. Is there a website for finding properties in Mexico? Yes. Mexico doesn't have a MLS. MLS is the multiple listing services that they have in the States. However, Mexico does have this thing called point to point. I'm going to show you now. I'll pause this video because I don't want to. Let me see. Let me move it over here. Let me show you. This is the one that I used. Point to point. So let's say let me see. Here we go, right here. These are the places in Mexico that I showed in one of my other. I have a whole video. If you check my financial section, I have a video, and I'll briefly go over this for you guys now. But I have a video that goes more into detail. But I'm going to give you guys a quick overview. This site right here you can use to find anywhere in Mexico to it's called Point to Point, to find any places. And like, I wouldn't get anything less than 50,000 US. Like I said, everything is negotiable. Everything is negotiable. I put 80,000 US. And then I would go by the map because you would want to know where to go. And this is just part of the camera because this is what I was looking at before. And I zoom in, and like I said, even with this right here, I wouldn't buy off of this, but this is just for you to be able to look at real estate and apply the karma. This is just for you to be able to look at real estate in Mexico. But you definitely want to get a realtor if you're going to pursue that thing. And here's just some of the prices. Like, whenever you consider staying in Playa del Carmen, you want to be around Central, because Central is where all the tourists are at, where all the expats are at, where Tequila Barrel, where Fifth Avenue is all right here in this area right here. So this is the area you want to look at, all around here. And like this one says 62. That's probably not right. Or this one right here says 69. 69,000. You see, that's a 1-bedroom, 1 bath. That's like I said, that's the max of what I would do. A 1-bedroom, 1 bath. So yeah, that's the website. I don't know if you need to take it down, but it's point2homes.com. I hope I got to that point right there, man. Let me get back to the video for you guys. All right, let me see. Yeah. If you fail to plan and you plan to fail, definitely, man. It's definitely a real thing, man. What's going on, Mike Wilson? Okay, all right. So we go back up. All right, let me see. Let me see. I'm trying to catch back up to where I was at. All right, we took back there to here. Okay. I have pros cook for me. Yes, there's not a Capricorn way. There's definitely pros that can cook for you. There's definitely pros that can cook for you. If you're going to get a pro to cook for you, though, I would definitely suggest you confirm with her that the price is the price, and you confirm with her that it's going to be the girlfriend experience, because the last thing you want to do is, especially in some places where there may be like women who may, they may root for you. You want to make sure that this woman is checked in. Always want to make sure her ID is with the security or the desk. They have her information. If she's going to cook for you, that means you're trusting her a lot, because you're trusting her to put food together that you're going to eat and ingest. So you definitely want to make sure all her stuff is right. Let me see. Why Playa instead of Medellin? I thought you had more fun and better looking chicas. See, here's the thing though. When it comes to owning property in a place, I don't look for where I'm going to find the most attractive women. I look for a place that's going to be the most stable. If you didn't notice what happened during the pandemic in Colombia, between the riots, between the lockdowns, between all of the stuff that happened, it kind of gave me a sense of what the government is like. And although in the future, Colombia might still be a place I want to get a property at, right now, for my first international property, I don't want to have to take that risk. Mexico never shut down during the whole pandemic. It never. Regardless of what they were saying in the States about closing the borders, regardless of what they were saying about not being able to get into Mexico, Mexico never shut down. If you guys see my videos of Mexico, I went to Mexico in 2020 during the pandemic's highest point, and it was live. It was live. Yes, certain things were closed, but it was still live. And that kind of showed me that my first international property should be Mexico. Secondly, you can find Colombian women in Mexico from Medellin. So that's another part too. But yeah, you have to when you consider everything, you should consider all aspects before you actually go to buy a place. Because I don't know about you guys, but investing $60,000 to $70,000 in a country, in another place that you don't live, is very, 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 it's a lot of money. Oh no, what's going on? Just joining the live now. Just joining the live as of now. I'm just traveling for fun. That's great. It's self-therapy for me. That's awesome, because a lot of people don't understand that traveling can be therapy. And rather than trying to convince the people who don't know about travel, we need to just keep connecting with people that do know about travel. I feel you on the legacy thing. I do plan on copping a place internationally. Thinking about Brazil, can't do Mexico. I can take it. Everybody has their own opinions on things, and that's awesome. The fact that you travel is, for whatever reason, is the most important thing. Because, yeah, man, it's gonna get worse. I just know it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. And if you haven't seen the crazy stuff that's going on in France right now, bro, where I seen this video where they was beating up this woman for not having a vaccine card and going shopping. Like, listen, man, it's tough. It's tough. I might do Playa del Carmen in November 2021, and I got a pro to cook. That's dope. That's dope. I would say this though: make sure that you get everything planned in advance before you go, because the last thing you want to do there. I mean, you can always use Uber Eats in Mexico. That's not a different. But Playa del Carmen is a place that you want to try to like. It's going to be easier for you to talk to any woman, but you want to have some. Make sure you play in the right area to stay in, because you don't want to be too far from the main part. What is the easiest Latin country to enter? I don't understand what by easiest, but I'm guessing. Hold on. Brandon, I'm guessing you're asking what country can you enter without a visa, without needing a PCR test, without needing a COVID test? Right now, Costa Rica you can get into without needing any of that. Colombia you can get to without needing any of that. Mexico you can get into without needing any of that. Brazil, I don't know. I think Brazil, you got to ask Jay Clyde, but I think Brazil you don't need any of that. But certain places, like you can't go from Brazil to Colombia because Brazil is considered a red zone when it comes to the virus right now. So, like I said, those countries right there, you don't need any kind of testing or visas. Let me see. Bro, can you tell me how you survive Cuba money-wise and internet-wise, debit cards, and phone data? Okay, Mohammed. Here's the thing. When I went to Cuba, I understood that there was no way I was going to be able to get money to be brought in the country once I got there. So I knew that I had to have a significant amount of money, more than what I think I needed. My friends also came with me. So we all had a significant amount of money, just in case one of the other friends fell short, we could cover them until we left. We only went to Cuba for 6 days, 5 nights. So I brought about $800. And that's outside of the fact that I was able to pay for my Airbnb online. A lot of people don't understand that you can get an Airbnb in Cuba. That is the best idea, because you can use money from your Visa card to pay Airbnb, so that you don't have to pay money when you get there, like Casa Particulares. So yes, I split up the $800 that I split up I split up $600 of the $800 into each day. So each day I had about $120 I could spend worth of money. I exchanged all my money in the at the money exchange in Cuba, and I broke it up. I put it in different locations for every day. And when I got to the last day, I still had money left. I had like $80 left, and I think I used all of it that same day. But that's the best way to survive. And as far as the internet wise, you can pay for internet. If you haven't seen my Cuba video, you should check that out. You can pay for an internet card in your Airbnb from your host. It's like $3. And you use that card. We brought 3 a day. We brought 3 cards a day, and it was, because for us we like internet, so we brought 3 cards a day, and we used it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, bro, breakfast, lunchtime, and then after we came back from the club. That's the times that we use the internet, and other than to post and stuff like that. But phone data, the phone doesn't work. Your cell phone doesn't work in Cuba, so that's done. Chris Higgins says, yes, I've heard Uruguay has nice spots for expats. Yeah, I heard too. Safest country in South America with decent infrastructure. I don't know. I can't speak on that one. I haven't been there yet. but it's on the list for 2022. That's dope. That's dope. Like I said, I really want to see this winter is going to tell a lot about travel because I don't know how freaked out they're going to get in the government about this Delta variant, but we're going to have to see how that is. Like I said, I was supposed to be going somewhere internationally in October because for my brother's birthday. He hasn't really chosen anywhere yet, and it's already September. So if anything, I'm going to go back to Mexico in October if he doesn't make a plan. You got it, man. You got it, Rain. We got 10 minutes left. So you guys got any questions? We got 10 minutes left. Like I said, this whole thing has been about traveling, the difference between traveling and traveling for fun and traveling to build your legacy. Like I said, you should always start by traveling for fun or traveling for therapy or traveling for a peace of mind or traveling to learn about something different. But don't be afraid as you travel more and more to change up and start thinking about being an explorer. Like what's the name said? Being an explorer. All I know is I want to get to Cuba ASAP. I don't know how Cuba is right now, but the good thing is that I have a connection with somebody in Cuba. I'm not talking about the girls I met over there. I do have a connection with a girl I met over there also, but I have a connection with this guy from Via Hero. Shout out to David, man. He's been very, very helpful when, I was asking questions about Cuba. So if you guys want his information, I can give you his information. Just hit me up in the comments or hit me up on my Instagram, and I can give you David's information because David lives in Cuba. David speaks somewhat English, and he runs a company for travel. And it's best to plan before you go over there. Is Playa where you're planning to get the property? Yes. Yes, Raphael. Yes, it is. Like I said, I got a 7-year plan because in 7 years, okay. So Global Paper says Brazil you need a PCR exam to enter. So maybe Brazil's not one of the places that you can get without a PCR exam. Let me see. Yeah, I don't cook. So me, I always eat out or I get the woman to cook. What's going on? Heading to Cartagena in 19 days solo. Meeting up with a brother from Black Man. That's dope. That's awesome. See, that's the power of networking, and this is the power of having people who are not only traveling for fun, but people who are traveling for legacy. Black Men's Travel is going to have a huge legacy in Colombia because there's going to be a lot of brothers that go over there who may, even if they're more independent and more solo travelers, to know that you have another brother over there that can help you out is powerful, man. It makes your trips go better. Just having that confidence. Captain Hope Tavenho said, "Me personally, Fresh, I'm a nasty, so I gotta own me some property in Playa, and live like a bum in the States." Listen, that is the way that it started off for me. I lived not like a bum. I won't say I lived like a bum, but I lived below my means. And then I found the way to live at my means, but have roommates to save money. And that's what allowed me to buy my first place and putting my money away from my 401k. So yes, sometimes you gotta live like a bum in the States so that you can live like a king in Playa del Carmen or king outside internationally. True, I made a Colombian chicks in Playa. Now I gotta go to Colombia. Yup. Yup. That's how it works, man. That's definitely how it works. Like I said, we got 5 minutes left, fellas, ladies, if you're here. I was in Playa del Carmen November. Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's dope. I was in when did we go? I forgot. When does it say? Yeah, I went in March. No, March 2020? No, that's not this. I went in 2020. I went in I think August or July. I forgot. I went to Playa. Terry, what's up, man? Where's the best place to meet middle aged women in Playa del Carmen? Okay, to meet middle-aged women in Playa del Carmen, the best area will be Fifth Avenue still, but you're going to have to go inside of the restaurants. See, like that's if you want to meet like middle-aged like Mexican women, because like the women I met a middle-aged Mexican woman who is a real estate agent in Mexico. I met her at one of like the Mexican restaurants, and they was playing the mariachi band was playing, and she walked with me down the hall. You haven't seen that Mexico episode? You see that? So that'd be the best place, man. That would be the best place, all around Fifth Avenue. Yeah. But I don't understand why go to Playa del Carmen when I've already been to Medellin, Colombia. I'm going to still go, but not really for. But I don't understand why go to Playa del Carmen when I've already been to Cartagena, Medellin, Colombia. Here's the reason why. For me, before I started telling people how the world is, I wanted to learn what the world was like from different locations. Regardless if you like somewhere a lot. And this is why I tell people sometimes going to Colombia first as your first international experience isn't the best idea, because it can get you comfortable. And if you get comfortable, sometimes your brain doesn't open up. So you want to try to go other places that you haven't been so that you can open your mind. And then you can go back and say, okay, well, I knew I liked Medellin the most, so I'm going to go back to Medellin. But then you also know that if Medellin shuts down, you have a chance to, where to go and Playa del Carmen. That's why I was able to move around when things started shutting down during the pandemic. Yeah, growing up in the South, hurricanes are crazy, especially down here in Florida, Cancun. Yeah, it definitely is. Like the main part of Florida has been serious. Yeah, it is. I just had my first experience of that in Miami. Thoughts of Guadalajara? Haven't been there yet. However, I do believe Milano the Travel Boy has been there. So I haven't been to Guadalajara yet. Either Milano has been there or he's going there. But like it's kind of like for me, when I start exploring Mexico, it's the same way I'm exploring Miami. Like right now, I'm exploring Miami and places outside of Miami. This will be almost a year since I own my property in Miami. I'll then start checking other places outside, like Fort Lauderdale and different parts of Florida. The same thing I plan on doing with Mexico. I started in having a place. Once I buy my place in Playa del Carmen, I start branching out to Puerto Vallar, start branching out to Guadalajara and different places. That's just how I like to organize stuff. When is the South Flyboy way going to El Salvador? The girls are friendly, but the dudes are not. I'm not in a rush to go to El Salvador, not because of anything I've heard about El Salvador, but simply because I am no longer really interested in traveling as much for fun as I am as traveling to be an explorer or to build my legacy. So I don't know. The only other places that I definitely plan on going is Asia and Africa. Those places are definitely on the agenda. When they open up and I feel safe to go there, those places are definitely on the agenda. Let me go. I was in Brazil. We coming to the end too, fellas. I was in Brazil March 2021. A negative. Okay. See, this is good information, Chris. Good information, man. So yeah, Brazil, you definitely need some stuff, man. Flyboy and his boys was new. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough in Cuba, man. Now you still need it with the vaccine too. What spots have you traveled to that feels the most welcoming to me? Meaning the most welcoming and where you get the most comfortable. I felt it's gonna be different for everybody, but as you said, it's for me. I felt super comfortable in Barranquilla, Colombia. And I felt super comfortable in Barranquilla, Colombia. I can't even knock it. Like, yes, there are some pros in Barranquilla, Colombia, but the majority is like wife girlfriend type. It's more wife girlfriends, and I felt so comfortable with the people in Barranquilla, Colombia, because even though I'm brown skinned and I'm a brown skinned black man, we blend in Barranquilla, Colombia. It's not to say that they think like, oh, we think you're one of us. No, that's not going to happen. However, from far away, it's not going to be a big difference, man. Yeah, so Barranquilla for me. Barranquilla for me. I felt good at Playa too. Playa del Carmen felt comfortable also. But Barranquilla was more international. Playa del Carmen was more expat feel. Flyboy, are the women white skin with blonde hair in Cuba? There are some. I know the variety. You see, yeah, there are some. Like if you haven't seen my Cuba video, you'll see. You should watch the episode. See. Here's the thing. I try to tell people the black man guys are a summary. They're summary, meaning that if you haven't seen the actual episode of the vlog that I did in these countries, you're missing a lot of video footage. Like in the vlog for FAC, Fabrica de Arte Cubano, that I put, not the black man's guide, but the vlog for Cuba, you'll see a big variety of different women. You'll see blonde, you'll see dark skin, you'll see all different type of women that's different Cubans. That's in the vlog, in the actual vlog. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah. I'm gonna get to the rest of these comments, and then we're gonna sign out because we've been here for an hour. Do I trade stocks? I am a long-term investor. I'm a long-term investor. I literally started I started heavy on stocks, and I did it here. If you look at my finance part, I started heavy in stocks sometime in March, and I've made not March, sometime in like July, and since then I've made like $1,400 to $1,500. I made $1,500 in stocks alone. I invested in crypto too, but yeah, I made way more in stocks. Let me see. Barcelona. Okay. Japanese. Barcelona. Okay. I'm trying to get to the question before we had it. Yeah, Brazil has a lot of combinations. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. You wasn't the only one moving around when things are shutting down. Oh, I know. I see you, Milano. Travel Addict, what's going on? Let me know when you go in the Philippines. I'll piggyback with you. Okay. Like I said, I always stay up to date on most of the stuff like that I really want to do. And the only other places that I really want to go for fun and also to start working on a legacy is Africa and Asia. Those are the two places I haven't been yet. And they're on the itinerary. Okay, see, I knew you said he was going sometime. All right, let's see. We're gonna come to the end. If you want to meet middle, great information. See, this is why we network, fellas. This is exactly why we network. He says if you want to meet middle-aged women in Playa, Bar Fa or Bloody Mary's on Fifth Avenue, great spots. Both have live music. Yes, the live music is the key. Travel Addict, yeah. Okay. Why there's no super chat monitor? No, I'm monetized, but the reason why there's no super chat on mine, and I'll briefly explain again, is because I don't accept super chats. I don't accept donations. I want people to understand that when I do this channel, it's not so that I can make a lot of money off of it. It's not so that I can get a lot of people that follow me and stuff. It's just so that I can get the information out. I don't want people thinking that a super chat is going to make me change the way that I feel about something. Like in my mind, a long time ago, I realized there are a lot of people that pander to other people based on the super chats, based on how many subscribers that they get. If they lose subscribers, they'll change their thought process of state. Me, I just decided I'm not going to take super chats. I'm just going to speak. I'll answer all the questions. That's why I don't skip people's questions. I go, everybody got a question, anybody, as long as you're in the time. But if you do want to support the channel, just share it with somebody you think it can benefit. That's the only thing I ask. If you want to share, rather than donating, just share the channel with somebody that can benefit from it. Fresh brother, I Fresh brother, you said you got 9 to 5, but how do you travel so much while having a job? Okay, I've been at my career driving trucks for FedEx for 18 years, over 18 years. So I now have a position full time where I work 9 to 5, with 8:30 to 5. On the weekends, I leave early for my job, like around 4 o'clock, and I catch a flight to Florida. So that's how I get to Florida every other weekend. I just leave it. I leave right after work. I go to the flight. I don't have to pack anything because I own a property down there. I take one carry-on bag and I go. As far as days off, I have like we're giving like 20 or 30 days that we have off. 20 days vacation plus 8 personal days, or plus something like 4 personal days. So we get a lot of time off, and I book my vacation like that. And as far as money wise, most of these countries are not expensive to go to. A lot outside of popular belief, right now you can get a ticket from Miami to to Colombia for like $150 round trip. So most of these places are not expensive. So that's how I travel while having a job. And I haven't been working as much because I've been doing this YouTube Black thing. Hold on. Well, it's about to die anyway. Let me see. Definitely Capricorn way. All right, fellas. I appreciate everybody coming here. We went over an hour. I appreciate everybody tuning in, all the questions. Hopefully you guys, like I said, you've watched different, you had all interests. Wait a minute. How many more years until retirement? At least 7 to 8. I'm 37 now. I should be retired I can retire at 43 because I'll be 25 years at my job. I've locked everything in. However, my son will still not be in high school yet, so I gotta wait till he's at least in high school. All right, appreciate everybody coming in, man. So ultimately, like I said, travel. As long as you travel for whatever reason you travel, that's the most important thing. For me, I've traveled for fun for 20 years almost, and it's to the point now where I'm going to travel for legacy. So I won't be going to a lot of places internationally, but I'll be hitting up Mexico a lot more, and Colombia is going to definitely be on the agenda. Africa and Thailand. I mean, Africa and Asia. Those places right there are going to be focused for the future. But I appreciate everybody again. It's your boy FRE $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why. Just check out the channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.